First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachahakorash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And as always, we give peace and salutation unto the elect. And I wanted to do a quick response to this video done by the beloved brother Karat Azaf from the GMS Vegas camp. His YouTube handle, as you can see here, is GMS Vegas Sit Down 144 Ba. And the title of this video is One of Many Devices of Satan. All right, so make sure you subscribe to this brother's page. I believe he's dealing with strikes and terminated, pages. So make sure you subscribe here and be constantly edified. All right. And it's dealing with Operation Mockingbird, how they control the masses. And the brother sent me the video and I'll go into it. But as you can see, it says here, one of many devices of Satan. Okay. And when we deal with Satan's devices, the majority of them deal with altering your mind, altering your perception of reality, making you to believe a lie. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play the video as the brother sent to me, and we'll get some understanding, because remember, when you deal with Babylon the Great, as I always bring out in Revelation, the 18th chapter, okay, it says they had all of these things in her, all right, that great whore. All right, sheeps, horses, this is verse 13. I'll just get into the point. Chariots and slaves and souls of men. All right, and when you deal with the souls of men, okay, that word soul is your psyche. As you can see, it's psyche. All right.
Strong's G 5590. Suhe.
Which is ultimately your mind. Okay, now we'll just get to the point. The seat of feelings, desires, affections, aversions. Okay, now let's look up this word aversions. Okay, because everybody's feelings, desires, affections have been geared towards Satan in rebellion. Okay, and servitude in a very, very wicked way. Okay. Now, the word government, okay, means the control of the mind. Okay, to govern the mind. So it says a strong dislike or negation, aversion to a person or a thing that arouses strong feelings. The dislike of, so they can control what you like, what you dislike, what you deem normal, what you deem okay, what you deem a threat, what you desire, how you handle situations through what? The media. The media and the TV is one of the main ways that they govern the minds of the people. Now, to prove that the word government means to govern the mind, we're going to get the word for mente, so that you can see that what we're saying is true about that word government. And it's always good to look into words because it gives you an advantage. Now, in the Spanish, mente is mind. So to govern the mind, okay, or to govern your mentality, to govern your intelligence, your information, as you can see here, espiritu, your opinion, all right, your mentality, and through pseudoscience, through lies, through witchcraft, through enchantments, they've been able to program people's minds to accept the agenda of Satan, all right, and primarily you Israelites. Okay, now we're going to play this video so that you can see exactly what we're speaking on, and then we'll get some edification. Shalom.
Since the invention of the printing press, there's been a battle to control disseminated information.
Since the invention of the printed press. Now, when you deal with the elites, as they go around conquering and, taking down strongholds, one of the first things that they take over is the news, whether it be the newspaper, whether it be what comes onto the television in the form of the news, what's informing people, what's warning people. And through that alone, they're able to uproot societies. They're able to uproot family structures. They're able to turn the women against the men. They're able to, turn the children into complete beasts. They're able to absolutely subvert your mind and turn it over into a whole. And you look at the people who constantly look at the TV all day and look at their mentality. Look at how they handle things. Look at their mind towards things, man. And the further and further we get to the end, you're starting to see how dark people really are. You know, how controlled and how influenced they are by what they see. And how what Satan is doing on the left hand, it works. Okay? So one of the main things that they seek to control is the narrative. And the best way they do this is via the boob tube. Like boobs just bounce. These people are just walking, they're just bouncing around, mouth open. They don't know left from right. They're literally following the beast, wandering after the beast to their destruction. And it's done via this television. And they knew when they put a TV in every household, it would act as a medium or an intercessor, all right, between man and Satan. So the TV is one of the many devices that are used by the elite to push propaganda, to evoke demons. Because as you're watching the TV, you got to think subconsciously there's ideas being planted into your mind. Okay? Ways to handle things, opinions. Subconsciously, you don't even know it. They deal with color schemes, the blinking patterns and all of those things, which is magic. The beauty of it is that there's no enchantment against the elect, because if it was, there would be no one to survive or overcome this devil's plan, because the plan is to get your mind. That's really what Satan wants. Once he has your mind, then everything else follows. Especially when it deals with sex. If he can alter your perception and reality of what sex is, all right, then from that point on, he can continuously just invoke all sorts of anti-Messiah behavior into cultures, into families, and then he's able to control. So let's start over and listen to some more of it.
Since the invention of the printing press, there's been a battle to control disseminated information. In the early 1900s, oil tycoon John D. Rockefeller took control of every newspaper and news editor of his era.
John D. Rockefeller, and you always hear that name. All right, he funded women's liberation. They funded, the Rockefellers, I should say. Okay, they fund a lot of these abortion clinics. They have their hands in a whole lot of wickedness. Okay, and that's how they're able to control. And this happens on all sects of society. They have implemented, people who are in league with them to be over particular things, to make sure anti-Messiah behavior is perpetuated, and lies are told so that they can forward their agenda and expand, all right, their grip on the earth. All right, and it starts with the mind of the people. See that? So they made it a point to get control of the press. You get control of the press, you can control the narrative. And that's the fight that you see happening in this earth at this very moment. Okay, you have the elect men, all right, and the remnant coming back. And what are they doing? They're turning from him. You have people everywhere standing up against agendas and waking up to particular things. All right? Because the Spirit of the Lord, all right, has been placed upon the earth in the form of prophecy for people to figure things out, starting with the elect, though.
He became America's first billionaire, paving the way for the power-hungry ever since. Thus began the gold rush for the modern world's most precious resource, the narrative.
The modern modern world's most precious resource is the narrative. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And that starts with the words of the prophets. Okay? And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. That's going to lead to prophecy being fulfilled and the chariots coming. Okay? So this is why they really want to control this narrative, because in their mind, they can, lie their way, all right, or enchant their way to a victory. All right? Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And you can see this great war of ignorance taking place even in this time. Okay? Our people are fully controlled and engulfed in a lie, by a lie. They fully follow, okay, and you can see it. And you try to wake them up, but as it's going to say here, and for this cause God gave them, and for this cause God shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Let's look up that word, delusion. Okay? Because you're looking at how stupid people are, and we have to say it that way. Because, you got to think, man, once this guy Biden got in, man, there's a very dark energy that has come up on the earth. There's a very dark way that people are walking towards, and mentality. All right? Now, the word for delusion is planai. Let me just play that. The fuck?
Strong's G 4106. Plane.
All right? Now, it says wondering.